Hey there, internet friends. Trevor Starkey here with another episode of Movie Monday, my weekly Monday show where I sit down and talk about a movie I've seen, or blah 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 blah. This week we're talking about The Big Sick, which, if you are not familiar, is a romantic comedy based on a true story of Kumail Nanjiani and Emily Gordon. It is kind of the dramatization of how they kind of met, fell in love, and got married, and the trials and tribulations that came with their relationship, and specifically the fact that shortly into the courting period, it would seem, Emily was put into a medically induced coma, and Kumail kind of had to come to terms with that relationship and meet her parents for the first time while Emily was in a coma. I certainly didn't know the details of that story, but I did know Kumail and Emily from their work on the Indoor Kids podcast, which I used to listen to significantly more back when I was listening to a lot of the Nerdist podcast kind of network. And I just, with so many other things going on and so many other friends doing podcasts and stuff, I just haven't really listened to them too much recently. But I was fans of theirs, and so when I saw on Twitter that they kind of had this movie and it was doing well at festivals and stuff, I made the call to go and see it when it came out, and so it came out a couple weeks ago on like limited release, and it's been slowly picking up more wide release showings, and I really enjoyed it. It was a very touching, very funny romantic comedy. Kumail plays himself, and playing Emily is Zoe Kazan, who is kind of their chemistry is great. They're delightful together. Getting to see kind of their the relationship start and blossom and then kind of fall apart, but then seeing kind of the journey that Kumail takes for her, and then once she kind of comes out of the coma, the journey that she takes as well in turn. It is very much, I would say, Kumail's story over Emily's, certainly, but it is their story together, I think. You get, while Emily is in a coma, you definitely get a sense of Emily and her continued presence through Kumail listening to old voicemails, or Kumail's interaction with her parents, here played by Ray Romano and Holly Hunter, in delightful roles, both of them. Pretty much everybody in this film just nails what they're doing, what they're kind of tasked with. And you see throughout this movie a lot of Kumail falling in with Emily's family, while he's at the same time kind of falling out with his family, because they are very steeped in tradition and ritual, and that's not the life that he's looking to pursue. There's a kind of an ongoing series of jokes and kind of scenes of Kumail sitting at home, or sitting at his parents' dinner table, and suddenly a woman that they're trying to set him up with gets brought into the dinner. And they're constantly trying to play matchmaker, effectively. While Kumail, on the other hand, is falling for Emily, and that's a big no-no, kind of to the tradition of the family. And so he's kind of having to come to terms with choosing Emily over his family, and ultimately he wants and gets both, which is great. I was a little surprised watching this film, knowing that things end out well for them, and that they've been married for a few years at least, and that Emily kind of pulled through. But I was still invested enough in these characters that it felt like it was touch and go there for a while. And I think that's a testament to the writing and the performances and the direction. Michael Showalter directing here. I think it is a really good, heartwarming love story, and I definitely encourage anybody to check it out if that's kind of something that they're feeling in the mood for. If you've seen The Big Sick, let me know what you think about it in the comments below. As always, I've been your host, Trevor Starkey from TrevorTrove.com. You can follow me at SnarkyStarkey on Twitter. And until next time, from here at the Trove, treasure your friends.